Welcome back to the G-Town podcast. This is episode number 10. Number 10, right?
Number 10.
We are now 10 episodes in, guys. That is pretty sick. Hey, hello, my name is Brendan Borillo. I am the main host of the G-Town podcast, along with some cast members that I got today. We got Richie on set today, Aaron, and we finally got Eric back on the cast. And we have our special guest today, but I'll introduce him in just a moment. But before we start this podcast, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's also a notification bell, a new feature on YouTube. So every time that we do go live, a notification will pop up on your phone or any device to notify you that we are going live on the podcast. Please do listen to us on Spotify as well. We have currently all the 9 episodes out at the moment, so please do drop by, listen to us in the car, when you're at home, in the shower. Just kidding, but up to you. Anyways, let's introduce our special guest for today, our homie of ours, Mr. Darshan Daniel.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey man, thank you so much for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
You're doing handshakes all around?
Yeah. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Tradition, yeah.
I don't know where to start. I guess start from the beginning. I was born in 1996.
1996?
In Malaysia.
Onward.
Came here a few years later. I don't know what year exactly, but a few years later, I came to Canada. Still not a Canadian citizen though. Still Malaysian, but
Are you like PR?
yeah, PR.
Oh.
I'm riding that PR status until it runs out. But
Permanent,
I'm riding it, man. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm 22. Like long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach.
That's dope.
Play guitar. Watch anime.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, Big Chicken Town. That's basically me in a nutshell.
That's good stuff.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were Malaysian.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Now you know.
Oh.
Yeah. That's really cool. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, Darshan, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. That's it. Okay. I'm joking. Darshan, what'd you do today? That's good.
Played at my church and then hung out with some friends downtown. And I was about to sleep, but then I was like, no, I'm too excited for this podcast. So
There you go.
I literally just drove around for an hour until it was 6 o'clock.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to wait at home. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks for being so patient with
yeah, man,
us.
no worries.
It was a very, very busy day for myself, actually. I woke up at like 6 o'clock this morning, and then I went to go watch. I wasn't feeling too well. Then I went to go watch my friend Jan Tessera play in a volleyball tournament called Queen Vicky. It's a double. He played in a double B tournament, so like I was there for like literally 8 hours, just doing some. Just spectating, cheering him on. It was such a dope experience, actually.
Wow.
I've never been to the Richmond Oval before.
Same. Never been.
The Richmond Oval, man. If you guys like playing sports, like the basketball courts there, and like the volleyball courts or like the hockey rink, dude, it is fucking top.
It's
notch.
huge, right? Is it huge?
It's huge.
Wow.
It's gigantic. It's like everything's just so nicely put. Sorry, for the lack of a better word, but
We need something like that in Surrey, I think.
Yeah, we do. We need that.
Hell yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
week.
I'll put $5 toward it. I'll put $5 toward it.
Oh man, what'd you guys do today?
I pretty much just stayed home. I just started doing some more edits. Lately, I've been working a lot. So this is like actually my first weekend for myself, pretty much. But yeah, like there's a lot of stuff going on right now with my edits. I just hopped on a new wave. It's more like the retro wave I'm on right now. It's like the Windows XP kind of wave.
Oh.
So yeah, there's a lot coming on the way. And
Nice.
I've been cooking up some stuff a lot.
Oh.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's on the way. A lot of stuff on the way.
Because like you were like on a block, right? In a way, or like not really, like an inspiration block, or like just taking a break from art.
I just took a
Everything?
break from art pretty much, man. There was so many things happening for the past couple of months or so, and I just tried to like get away with it. Artwork, but lately I've been like sticking into blogs every now and then, like old blogs on like Tumblr, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some people's Tumblr section you've been mentioning right now.
Mhm.
But no, like I've been getting so much inspirations lately, and I feel like the one that I'm on right now will probably catch a few eyes and stuff. So
Dope.
yeah, that's what I'm on.
That makes me happy that you found some new inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also got Ceston on camera today as well.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
what's good?
Man, Eric was talking the whole time. The camera wasn't on him. Oh my god.
Yeah,
This job is hard when you're actually trying to engage in the conversation and do
Yeah.
this at the same time. It's actually really hard. That's why most of the time I'm not on camera. I just have my headphones in.
It's just focusing on like switching.
It's hard.
The camera.
It's a
hard.
tough job, man. It's
Yeah.
a tough job.
I got a question for Eric actually.
What's good, man?
So when you like cook up art,
Yeah.
do you ever like sketch on paper of what you want to do? Because most of your art's like through is it Photoshop or is it like all the Adobe programs, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever like draft it out on paper and then like get that inspo onto Adobe, or is it straight up like you just like your process starts on the computer?
I pretty much start with Photoshop.
Yeah.
Photoshop is my main. I fuck with CS6 pretty much.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, I don't really draft things up
Wow.
normally.
Wow.
Because whenever the idea comes into mind, I actually just hop on my computer, I turn it on,
Yeah.
turn the laptop on, and open up Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
And I pretty much just throw all my, it's like I'm
Yeah.
barfing out my ideas onto the canvas,
Yeah.
basically. And I'm just trying to like mold it in some sort of way. It sounds disgusting, but that's how I picture it. But yeah, I pretty much just throw it onto Photoshop without even really drafting something.
Oh,
The
that's
only
dope.
times when I do is that when I'm actually working on a crazy project or something like that.
Yeah.
So when I was like on the G-Town wave aesthetic, like the
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys called it, this
Wave.
what vaporwave aesthetic?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was when I was on the G-Town wave where I was like showcasing like the old Guildford town.
Mhm.
That's when I was actually writing things down and even noting some stuff down as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes even at work when it's dead, I would even like grab like a scrap piece of paper and I would just like start writing because like I during the downtime I would have so much ideas coming up
Yeah.
and I just have to put it somewhere because like what if I won't ever think of it again?
Yeah.
Like I can't even note it on my phone because like that takes too much effort in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I just grab like loose pieces of paper and just start writing on it.
That's crazy.
And yeah, there's this one point because I do my edits by threes on Instagram. I'm trying to expand that through Tumblr eventually,
Yeah.
like holding up a Tumblr page. But anyways, I work around 3 and I would just like sometimes I did like an edit for like a 12 by 3 kind of thing. So it was like
oh yeah.
so it would like
The whole
interconnect.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just get pieces and pieces of that, right?
Yeah, and then
So it's
I
on
would
a
just
grid.
work along that.
So what you're working on is like a big grid, right?
In a big grid, but it's like divided into ones eventually when I post it.
Oh yeah,
individually.
definitely.
But sometimes I'm like, I just had this idea, I won't give it out eventually. But basically, in a nutshell, is that I'm doing this low key drop where I would post something,
Yeah.
and then it's like fiddling around with time in some sort of way, where I would low key drop it,
Yeah.
and then eventually when I post it again, you'll see more content after that.
Oh. I see
It
what
sounds
you mean.
weird right now, but then you guys will see it eventually. So I'm gonna keep that.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's a good share, man. That's that process right there, man. But I like that your art's like all elements, you know? It's like you get pieces like on the internet and then you put them on that grid per se,
Yeah.
right? And then you start editing and then you start visualizing what pieces go and what pieces connect. I love that because the first
Thank
time
you.
I saw it, I was on your feed. I was like, oh, what's up with Eric, right? I'm like, holy shit, dude. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
Everything is fucking connected, dude.
And it's not that easy, man. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
There's so many, so many Easter eggs you gotta put in, cause like you gotta revert back to your old post and be like, oh, we gotta carry that on still.
Yeah.
I get tired of it eventually.
Yeah.
But
So what am I gonna do here? Then you kind of like the inspiration kind of just like
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Maybe we can. We've done it before actually, but we actually linked. We showed it on the podcast before Eric's Instagram.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know if you follow him.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but what Eric does, he does like piece by piece. So you actually have
Yeah.
to look at it from not as a single post, but as like you look at the profile
His
page.
profile?
Yeah,
you see,
and then
you see, like,
everything's connected. Like all the lines are going through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some hands are going through from one post to the other.
Yeah.
Like that's how crazy it is.
Do you do it like all at once or one at a time?
I do it all at once.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would have the idea in my head, and eventually I would put it on the paper, and I just fiddle around with it at that point. Sometimes the ideas don't even come up eventually, but like for example, the Windows XP way that I'm on right now, I'm throwing in one of my old school anime characters in there. Yeah, it's from Gundam. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gundam, but they got a
Which
really...
one?
Which one?
Oh, this guy knows.
Kira?
No, I was actually thinking about this, the old school Gundam. So I don't know if it's old school for the viewers out there, but it's Gundam Wing.
Oh yeah.
Gundam Wing.
Classic. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was really into the Endless Waltz. I don't know if you're familiar with the Endless Waltz movie.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
But basically, we have the model Wing Zero, and then he would be featured onto that because that was also the time when Windows XP was popping too, right? So I don't know what kind of Gundam were you thinking about?
Honestly, like I used to watch Gundam Wing. I thought about Gundam Wing because it's like the oldest one that I know. There's like the 007 or something. But I barely remember it. I watched it as a child, but like I just remember watching it, but never like
YTV or something.
Yeah, probably. I remember even like YTV. Like I can't watch that stuff. Like my parents like super strict.
Yeah.
So like
Holy.
so like when it comes up, I like at night. Like I'd wait till everyone's like. Go to sleep, and I'd go like sneak to the front, put the TV on, put the volume at like 1, sit there, and then if someone comes, like I'll press the power button, just like pretend to knock out.
Damn.
No, that's throwback, dude.
Damn, your parents never watched. Earlier we were talking about like Darshan's parents actually didn't let him play video games. I was talking about video games, but then they never let you never grew up playing video games, so it was like.
Well, it was like they were like it's a waste of time. This is a waste of time. Like you guys should be studying, or like they put us into like a lot of music. So I grew up like playing piano and singing and all that stuff. Both my siblings, I have an older sister and older brother. They both sing and they both play the piano. And like I remember, I was like, I don't want to go to the piano. It's not fun. Like it's not cool. And then, but now I regret like not taking piano seriously.
Wow.
Like I play guitar right now, and I'll be like, I wish I could play some piano, play like a riff. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say because like how you said whenever you have an idea, you just want to like put it out on a paper like right away.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me, but like I don't really. I'm sure there's apps out there, but like I can't really think of how to put it out there. But I know a lot of musicians, what they do is like first like they'll get like a beat in their head, and then they'll get their voice recorded, and they just or like whatever it is, right? And then like it'll probably be crap in the beginning, but then they progress and like work on it.
That's why it's so cool, because like beat making's like layering, right? They'll start with like the bass or like whatever, and then they'll hit the strings, and then they hit the piano, and they start building on top of that layer, and it's
that's awesome. It's cool because I was watching a couple of videos from Tory Lanez. He actually does like on the spot making for like 50 minutes on YouTube, which is
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, my favorite one would probably be how Calvin Harris made Slide.
It's
a really brief video, but like
when you hear it at the beginning, I'm like, how the fuck did he build on top of that? Like,
exactly.
Of something so little, right? It's nuts.
I like how like in the video, like halfway through, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot this one piece. Like, he's like, let me pull out my bass real quick.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen like the guy who helped produce Childish Gambino's Redbone?
Ooh, was that the Genius video?
I think so. I can't remember. But I just remember this guy like used like every instrument of the world, like in Redbone. I remember I was talking with Ceston when it came out, but we were listening to it. I think like you gotta listen to it with headphones on, or like listen to it in the car. Then you can start to point out like, oh,
what instrument was used.
It's so it's so like
detailed.
It doesn't even make like a huge difference, but it's like, damn man, this guy must be high as hell. But yeah, no. There was like a whole bunch of instruments on there. Yeah.
that's the things that you have to appreciate though. Like the small details, it may not mean that much to us, right?
Yeah.
But this is what adds to their masterpiece,
Exactly.
right?
Oh, definitely.
And this is what makes you love it so much. Like Redbone, it's a great song. But I didn't watch that whole video where he produced it because like I was like, oh, it's a little too long for me.
Yeah, it was so long.
Yeah. But they do it time and time again, you know? Like he'll drop Redbone and then he'll produce another track that's like just as crazy or whatever, right? It's nuts.
Have you guys seen the video of FKJ and Masego?
Yeah.
Doing
Masego,
yeah, that one's sick.
And they were like just improvising.
They're just jamming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll record they'll record just a bit and then they'll get the next instrument and they'll record a bit and it starts layering. They start singing.
Oh,
Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like literally, like I think he pulled out like his passport or something.
Yeah.
And he just flipping it like near the mic.
Yeah.
But it's like both live. Like they're both like in the studio.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, let me grab my sax real quick. Let me grab my guitar.
Wow.
Let me play drums real quick.
Yeah.
And I love how they just kind of like, oh, that's good, that's done. All right, move on to the next instrument.
Wow.
Then they're like, like whatever.
Yeah. And
Well,
they don't
actually, they played that live too.
Yeah.
At Gold Link. They played it at Gold Link.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
Myself, Ceston was with his girl and her friend, Richard and Aaron. We went to go watch Gold Link, and Masego was opening for Gold Link, and dude, that guy warmed up the crowd so good. He had the mixer on stage, and he's just going off, right?
Yeah.
And then he wants the audience to sing for the song. He records that part, and then
That's amazing.
it all came together, and he was just playing off, and then it was
Yeah.
such a good warm up, and then Gold Link came out, and it just enhanced the whole experience. It was beautiful.
I heard but Andrew Santos, like I think he went to that concert and then I think when Masego came out, like someone yelled like, play the YouTube song.
Oh, yeah.
And then like and then they were I think he was done his set and then Gold Link was almost done. Like Andrew was saying, like he just saw Masego just casually walking through the crowd and people were like, oh, it's that guy that opened. Like and he did his meet and greet and apparently he's like a super like humble guy and everything.
Oh,
wow.
Like yeah, cause Andrew was telling me, I'm probably like spoiling all the stories, but
It's okay.
he was like he went up to him and he's like, oh, I just want to say like you inspire. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. But he was like, oh, like you inspire me a lot, like through music and everything. Masego was like, oh, like that means like the world, like like just like getting that reaction from like an artist or whatever. Yeah, because you hear like so many like all these like people, oh, check out my mixtape, and just just get out of here. But like he was like, damn, that means a lot, I appreciate that. Yeah, his stories on Instagram are so it's so stupid but it's so funny. But it's actually like he's so like musically inclined.
Yeah.
That is like he can like start like just doing whatever and then but yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's
That whole background that he has, right, just adds to him.
Yeah.
Well, playing live, who else does? You saw James Blake
Yeah, just last night.
last night. How was that?
Amazing. Like, James Blake is like a vocalist, but like he brought his band, like a drummer and a guitarist.
Yeah.
And the guitarist plays the keys as well, and he works this big machine, like that, like it's like a electronic machine. It's huge. It's like bigger than like a luggage case.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I think his band like outshine like James Blake.
Word.
It was a great show though. I don't know what else to say.
You told me that he did like. To people who don't know James Blake,
Oh yeah.
Who is he?
James Blake, he's like a writer, songwriter. He works with a lot of big names like Beyonce, Frank Ocean, Kendrick Lamar, Drake. And Travis Scott and Stop Trying to Be God. Like he's like a songwriter, but like he's kind of like low key. Like I don't know. Like I don't think he gets the shine that he deserves. Right. So yeah.
Mile High, right?
Mile High.
That's one of the new.
Yeah.
The
When
new
he
drops.
performed that, he played the Travis Scott vocals.
Yeah.
A cappella. He played
What?
a cappella, and then when the beat hit, like when the drums hit, the whole crowd was like just bumping.
Whoa.
He just put on a great show, man. Like the lights was like there's like smoke, mystique, and like it's amazing.
How many people were there?
It looked packed from your
Like,
snap.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't know. The venue is like pretty
Small.
not small. It's like not the greatest venue.
Yeah.
So
Where was that?
It's at the Harbor Center.
Oh.
But not the main Harbor Harbor Center. It's
Yeah.
like the one beside it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Funny
okay.
story, actually. Me and my friend were lining up, right? It's like we went there, and then there was a big lineup. We're like, all right, I guess it's the lineup. Like, and then
Oh, it's like to a rave or something?
yeah, no,
Ah.
we're asking like, oh, you guys lining up for like James Blake?
Yeah.
Like, who? So we like, what? Oh shoot! Like, you guys lining up for? Like, no, this is the Tech 9 lineup. Oh shoot!
Oh,
Yeah,
what
so,
the
so like,
fuck?
yeah, so it was like
Tech 9?
the other venue. Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
shit,
That's
dude.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Tech 9?
Yeah.
Shout out Tech 9.
Tech 9's like it's
It's a
rap,
rapper.
right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rap. But he
Yeah.
like goes ham. He's
Yeah,
fast,
he's a big
dude.
fan base.
He's fast, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's cool. That's awesome, man.
Wait.
Glad you had
Like-
fun though.
Oh man, if we're talking about concert experiences,
Yeah.
man. Like, we're talking about bands too.
Yeah,
Something
he was talking about piano. How long were you in piano for?
I was in piano for a few good years. I think 3 years or
3
whatever.
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
I was like still in elementary school and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I hated it. When I
Why was that? Why was that?
I think it was more because like it was like I saw it as something like my parents
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. It was not like what I wanted,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was like I'm just doing it just to make my parents happy, right?
Right.
So it's like
Oh.
I didn't really.
gotcha.
It wasn't like a passion from what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but now I regret it. Like
Yeah.
so like piano is such a beautiful instrument, man.
It really is.
Yeah,
It is
definitely.
like
it is.
like just hearing like in anime especially like
Oh,
they have,
yeah.
like, different like
Oh, definitely.
soundtracks
the,
and
the,
everything.
the OSTs, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like just crying while you're playing.
Yeah.
But like now that like it's grown, like you got your keyboard, you got your synths and everything. All synths were always there,
Yeah.
but like it's so diverse. But then I think a part of me is also kind of glad that I didn't fully pursue it because like I'm playing guitar right now.
Yeah.
But I would rather like try and master. I don't think you can fully master an instrument, but I'd try and master like guitar as much as possible
Mhm.
instead of just being like okay at guitar and okay at piano and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Masegos kills it. He's got like 4 instruments or whatever.
He's just so good, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just
I love
that
it.
year. Yeah. Cause I was like, I think part of it is once you like learn all the notes, then you like what you say like when you want to just like make a art like just
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Cause I was watching this YouTube video where this guy was like learning how to train your inner ear, and not just like your ear, like how to play notes. It's like you're singing something, but then you also like sing it on the guitar.
You're speaking out through your notes.
Wow.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like a lot, like one of the biggest inspirations for guitar for me was John Mayer, and then like
Oh,
I'll see
wow.
him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was actually my first concert.
Word.
But yeah,
There
2
you
years
go.
ago I think. He, if you watch his mouth or whatever, some people think he's like a drug addict. Or, like, he's like too like
Mm.
high on meth or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like he'll do this while he's playing.
Yeah.
But if you actually pay attention, he's singing what he's
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then like if he does like a big band, he like. But
It's so cool hearing that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
opening your inner ear in a way.
Mhm.
It's like you're saying something, but instead the instrument speaks instead.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I look at it.
Mhm.
It's really interesting.
Pure beauty
Yeah.
of music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to go around the table. It doesn't matter if you guys can't think of it right off the top of your head, but like, do one to 3 songs that will never get old for you.
Mhm.
Never get old. Something you can just listen to it like, not necessarily every day, but you would listen to it like it's always on your playlist somehow. Like for me, my number one, like one of my top three, but one of the songs that I never get old of is "Homecoming" by Kanye. Right? Like I just love that so
Alright.
much. It's like my gym song. It's like
Yeah.
when I'm sad. It's when I'm mad or like anything. Like that's my go-to song. It's my hype song. Like I blast it in the car. You hear like the keys smash, dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
And you just want to go at it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine. What about you guys?
For me, personally, I got 2 in my head right now.
You can say as much as you want. Just
One of them is actually this. It's actually Pyramids with Frank
Word.
Ocean.
Mhm.
Pyramids and Frank Ocean. The second part especially, because it does have John Mayer.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
Which is my favorite part too. It draws so many nostalgia in there. My second one would probably, this is like a really big throwback right now. It's Are You In by Incubus.
Incubus.
So some of the people who's out there in 2003 would know. I Miss You from Incubus. Pretty much Incubus is my throwback right now. That's like a timeless band for me in some sort of way. But yeah, those are like the two songs that's always stuck with me ever since. Pyramids and Are You In? So
Funny. Sometimes Spotify's pretty shit when they make playlists. Like the automatic ones that the computer does. But there was actually just one playlist, right? I found, and it was so random. It's like retro stiff, and I open it up. It's just like a fucking shit ton of Black Eyed Peas songs on there.
Oh my god!
And like, I was at my girl's house, and we're just like, we're just listening to some of them. I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty bumping. You remember like I got a feeling. You guys remember Boom Boom Pop?
Yes.
Some cringy stuff, but it's
Yes.
dope.
That era was pretty dope
songs.
though.
Yeah.
I would say LMFAO. Come on, you guys can't forget.
No.
Party Rock Anthem.
Party rock.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez. Every Day I See My Dream. That
Yes.
song. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But then one song I actually like listened to back then was "Meet Me Halfway."
Oh yeah,
Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah.
that's a pretty good song.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
No, there's more. There's some Usher in there and all that. Like,
That's one of your
old stuff.
Okay.
It's automated. I didn't make it, right? So it's like for once it was like I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Oh, the daily mix.
Yeah.
Daily mixes are good, but the playlist, the Spotify mix, that's bad. But the daily mix,
Yeah.
that's good.
You guys like algorithms that like of what you listen to.
Yeah, but that's even way more accurate than the playlist. And
Yeah, well,
to
the
me, like, why don't you just follow the daily mix algorithm and just make a playlist out of that?
Well, it's because it's your music that you like, right? I
Yeah,
guess
I
it's
guess
like
so.
the albums
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah,
make
yeah,
is
yeah.
like
The
it's
playlist
like whatever's
recommended,
popular
yeah.
No,
or whatever
I know
was
that labels
popular.
actually pay.
Yeah, they
For
do.
the
They pay
artist.
for the top spot usually. Yeah.
I remember, like speaking of like the, like it starts that when you feature playlist, it suggested songs. But I remember
Yeah.
there was one time I fell asleep to one of my playlists,
Mm.
and then I woke up and then it was just like I woke up like, oh, this song's pretty good, like, and then I went back to sleep. But, but yeah, no. Back when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of like punk rock and all that
Nice.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy.
yeah.
Panic.
I write
Plan.
sins. Not tragedies by Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
The Fray was like one of the big bands that I would listen
Yeah.
to.
Honestly, man,
Also-
when it comes to rock, you're the guy I go to, man. Like, you were just, we're just
yeah.
in the car, we just play rock all day.
Wow.
Growing up, when I listen to music, let's also get back to everyone's favorite favorite songs that they don't stop listening to. But anyways, when I was growing up, I actually listened to somewhat of rock. Like this is specific bands specifically. I used to like listen to music from my PSP, and I would actually just bring that around.
Oh,
It's this
wow.
huge ass like portable device. I'm just like
Yeah.
walking around with, like
Yeah.
big headphones.
Yeah,
and, like, it's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
That's like the
yeah.
only thing I could listen to music from.
Yeah. That was your MP3 player.
That was my
back in the
MP3 player.
I had
Yeah.
to do the PSP.
Do you know Breaking Benjamin?
day. Yes.
It sounds very familiar. Yeah.
Okay, but I used to listen. They're a rock band, and that was like the only like music I would listen to. Yeah, Breaking Benjamin.
I
Fucking
love
love
Breaking
them.
Benjamin.
You know them,
Yeah.
dude?
Maple Story.
Yes, sir. There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Just their video.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
There's
you
like
go.
a Maple Story MV or whatever.
No, it's like montage video of like it's like. If anyone who played Maple Story, there's this guy like big at the time. His name is Dre86, and like he used to make like old boss fight videos with
Oh,
Breaking
wow.
Benjamin music, and it was like the epicest thing ever.
Oh,
It's
no
pretty
way.
late, pretty late. But then like I
No,
used to,
No, it was good.
yeah, you used to fuck with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Not gonna lie, but when I was in elementary school in grade 6, like one of my friends, he got me into making AMVs, animated
Yeah.
music videos.
Yo.
Looking back at it, I'm like, this is the lamest thing I've ever done. And there'd be like contests, like who
Yeah.
has the best AMV.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, I think my computer didn't. I don't know, for some reason it didn't support like actual anime clips, so I'd just get like slideshows of pictures, like fan art and all that.
Oh no.
But yeah.
That's awesome,
No,
man.
but going back to your question about favorite songs, there's I forgot what the name of the song, but it's by Al Green, from the 70s.
You just
It
can't
did
stop
annoy
listening to
me,
it?
yeah. But it's like it's one of the songs that like I would always listen to. Like I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah,
man. Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's annoying me. But
What's that other song aside from the Al Green song?
it was mainly just that one song.
Oh, okay.
But I would listen to a lot of when I was playing guitar. I would listen to a lot of "Let's Stay Together" is the song. "Let's Stay Together" by Al
Okay.
Green. But I started listening to a lot of 70s soul and stuff, like listening to like bass lines from it and everything, like incorporating little bits of their lines into like improv and all that stuff. But yeah, one of my favorite songs is "Yo" by Chris Brown. I remember when I would get off my job. I used to work at a pharmacy call center. I hated that job, but like, I'm just gonna play, yo.
Yeah.
And then like on the drive home, it doesn't matter if it's rush hour. I felt that.
How does Yo go again?
I don't.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. I learned to dance to that. The chorus thing goes like, and then like
He was so good back in the day, man.
I love young Chris Brown.
That was like what, when he was like 17, 18 too, man.
That era in general, young Chris Brown. You got Bow Wow as well. You got
Lil Bow
Neo.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh man, that's like an era on there.
Mariah
With
Carey.
Alicia Keys.
JT.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not forget about Alicia Keys here
Oh,
too.
yeah,
If I Ain't Got You was probably like one of the main songs that I feed off.
Even Chris Brown, Tyga era was pretty.
Oh,
pretty
oh,
nice.
that-
Fan of a fan.
Yeah.
What about you two?
It would be like The Weeknd, Wicked Games. I can listen to that all the time.
I love
Probably like on a rainy day before heading to the gym. Probably like Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. That's
Yes.
that's a classic.
Okay.
And right now the new wave is like I really like Lil Baby's flow. So I always listen to Freestyle. That's a really good song that I like. I like how he just like fucking talks his shit. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
What about you, Aaron?
It's like Frank Ocean's Chanel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
There you go.
Listen to the instruments, like
Yeah.
the way he sings, raps, and it's like a lot of wordplay. I like that song a lot. Another song, it's like an old song from Beyonce. It's called "Me, Myself, and I."
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy who produced it is Scott Storch.
Yeah, one of my
Oh,
favorite.
wow.
One of
He
my
actually
favorite
produced for Chris Brown too.
Yeah.
His first 2 songs.
Yeah.
Run It, Give Me
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a legendary
Yeah.
producer. Man.
Dude, he's crazy with the keys.
Do you know who
Oh,
Scott
that
Storch
guy.
is?
He's
Oh.
crazy
Scott
with the
Storch.
keys.
He's
No,
he's a
no, no.
music producer.
You gotta
Yeah.
search him up, man.
He's a master with the keyboard, like
Oh.
Yeah.
absolute monster.
Monster.
He's a monster, and he's like he's written so many hits for people.
Yeah.
Like Candy Shop for 50 Cent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
In the club, like a
So
bunch of
many
hits,
songs,
a bunch of
man.
hits. And
Yeah.
people don't even know him. Like it's like he wrote like so many songs. Like Cry Me River, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
He put
People
the
knew him
keys
back
on
in
it.
the day, though.
Yeah, but
Like, everyone was lining
the
up
new
for.
guys.
Yeah. And he did one of 6ix9ine songs too, I think.
Yeah,
Kika.
The one with Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's sick.
There's what's his name? Scott.
Scott
Storch.
Storch.
Scott Storch.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. There's actually a video that blew up with him recently on Twitter. I didn't know who he was, to be completely honest. But he was just on the piano and he's just playing all these hits.
Yeah, and he's so
and
good.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, this guy's crazy. Who is this guy?
Actually,
I didn't know. I was trying to like look at the the tweet replies, like who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then like then Aaron recently brought him up, and I'm like, name sounds familiar. And then he
Yeah.
showed me a clip of the same video.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this guy's insane.
Yeah.
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 He did Fat Joe's song,
Lean
like
Back.
Terror or Lean
Yeah,
Back.
yeah.
Yeah. Fucking master with the keys,
Crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Song. Never gets old for you.
I'm gonna do it depends with who I hang out with, but with you guys probably Pyramids,
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. But when it comes to this guy, man, this guy, when we're in the car, I'm in the passenger seat. First thing he plays, and we don't even say hi to each other. Yo, someone. It's Gravity by John Mayer.
Oh.
And then we don't
version, though,
yeah, the
live
Nokia
version.
Theater.
Yeah.
Like the whole 9 minutes, man. Like, and that's the kind of concert when he'd be playing his solo. He'd be speaking through his mouth.
Wow.
But when you hear it, you listen to it. It's just so well put.
Mhm.
It's so passionate. And then sometimes we'd be like interrupting the song, like, "Yo, so how you doing, man?" "Oh, man, you're in the song now. You gotta restart it." We actually restarted it.
Oh.
we have to listen to the whole thing like uninterrupted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he play it live? Like Does he play it better live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you listen to the original, like it's kind of boring.
It
Like,
is.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
classic,
It's so
but
boring.
it's kind of boring.
Really?
But the live, like he does, like usually with his music, he does solo, like a studio solo, and then when he plays it live, he plays that studio solo with like a short little solo, and then he plays this long ass solo like at the end,
Wow.
Yeah.
and it's like so cool. But I remember John Mayer, he was like one of the first like that got me interested, like how many instruments are actually in there like during a live band. Like if you see that video like the live at Nokia, there's like 4 electric guitarists or something.
Yeah,
There's like a
there's a
guy
lot of
playing
people.
acoustic.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think there's 2 drummers.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, no, it's pretty sick.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's just nice. That's what I like about live music. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to artists, I can't say this for a fact, but from my experience so far with all the concerts I've gone to, half and half. I mean, half is like live band,
Yeah.
and then the artist,
Yeah.
and then like Bruno Mars and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes the other person, let's say, the other artist, when they're doing their concert, it's just a live person.
Yeah.
The rest is all digital, right? So
Yeah.
to me, that's kind of like, I don't know, like it doesn't get enough. It doesn't put enough credit on the people who helped create the song.
Definitely.
That's right.
Right, but like when it comes to Bruno Mars, it's an actual band. But let's say like Travis Scott is just him, and all the studio stuff that plays in the album.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing there.
Yeah, it's
So
just
they
on the
only-
aux or
yeah.
whatever, right?
So he's only limited to
Yeah.
himself, what he
Yeah.
can do, right?
Yeah.
But let's say artists like John Mayer, like
Yeah.
everyone can play a part and everyone
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
improvise, and
Yeah.
to me, like that's why I love live bands so much more, because everybody can like do something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Are you
and
familiar
change
with
it up.
Are you familiar with like Hans Zimmer? He did he's like an orchestra.
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
a composer for music.
Yeah, so he
right?
does like orchestras and stuff, right?
Composer for music,
Yeah.
movies, composer
For movies. But like all his like music, I always wanted to see like an orchestra, you know? Like I always thought about like going there and just like
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
looking at how epic it is actually, like how
Yeah.
like they control every aspect of it. And it's like he did the soundtrack for Inception.
Inception.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
when I was watching that, I'm like, wow, this is epic.
I think
man.
he did
This
it
is
for
epic.
Interstellar.
He did too. He did too.
Yeah.
He did as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Christopher Nolan, man, loves that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand, man. Like
Yeah,
the
honestly,
movies
it's
wouldn't
so
be as
good.
good as if the music was trash. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Batman. Batman.
Trash. No, but if you guys like instrumental music, there's a Japanese band called
Toe. Ha.
They
were just here.
Yeah, they were here.
Whoa.
They
Did
were
you
go?
here, like,
Who is this? Who is this?
So there's like a Japanese band called Toe. It's like a
TOE, just literally
yeah.
Toe.
Okay.
I think it's like 4 people.
Yeah.
And they're like these old, well, they're in their like mid age, like the 40 like Japanese guys.
Yeah.
But they're so like in love with their instruments. Like the guy who plays drums especially, like
Oof.
he goes like it's so intricate. Like they call it like math rock because it's so intricate.
Oh.
But like
Math rock.
he has this whole set. But the main like one like I'd say listen to a song called Goodbye. And then, so the main, like, he has his whole set, but the main is that he uses his bass, his snare, and his hi-hat. Like, just those 3, like, the basics, like, and
Wow.
he, like,
And he kills it.
Kills
he
it.
kills it.
Yeah.
And, like, if you watch him live, like, he goes
Yeah.
all out, like, the hi-hat's, like, falling
Yeah.
down and all that
Yeah, he
stuff.
screams, man.
Yeah, they
he
all-
looks like.
They all scream, I know.
He looks like that.
Yeah.
And then not only the drummer, the guitarist. There's one song, Goodbye. He's talking about Goodbye. The guitarist is literally playing 4 notes in a measure. That's the
But he's going
basic.
half.
That's the most basic measure that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's playing. Dun, 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 dun. This is something that I don't know. I forget
Yeah.
how it goes. But then when he's playing those notes, he's like.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
He's playing
I know.
basic notes that
Yeah.
anyone can play.
Yeah.
But he plays it like no one else.
Wow.
That's what's so special about
That's so
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
But the
Wow.
funny thing is, like, even though he plays basic notes, the way that he gets those notes, like, it's not in, like, normal tuning for the guitar.
Yeah.
You have to tune your guitar in a special
Certain-
way.
Oh,
to
really?
get those
Get those,
notes. Well, like, you can still get those notes, but won't be like
It won't be
within
as
your reach. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like yeah, they put a lot of work.
Yeah.
in their
Japanese
stuff.
guys,
I bet.
Yeah.
I mentioned this in past episodes, but I actually as a kid and still to this day I still listen to Japanese music.
Mm.
Yeah.
Legit. And I just I don't know what they're saying.
Regardless.
Sick though. I grew up watching a lot of anime. That's why. So like, when I first started watching anime, it was like back in like elementary school. Channel 25 in Vancouver or Canada, I don't know, but Channel 25 on the weekends it's called Bionics.
Oh yeah.
And like they would show all these anime shows and all that, like Naruto, Ghost in the Shell, Full Metal Alchemist, and all that stuff. And if it's one thing I loved about animes, my favorite parts were the openings at the time. So they always play the opening music for it. I love how they have that. They sound like an American show, like a Canadian show. It's like it's just like a quick like.
They'll try to do something catchy instead of something epic type.
Yeah,
shit, right. Yeah.
And like the thing is, like they put so much effort into an opening and it makes it look so cool. Like there's like a fight scene in the opening and it's on cue with the music and all that. And
all the verticals.
I fell in love with that so much.
Awesome.
It is.
Every new season they would have a different opener.
Yeah.
And you kind of watch it like, well, what's new this season?
That's dope. It's one of those intros that like you don't skip.
Yeah.
Because they give you an option to skip intros on Netflix, but like, nah, you're not gonna press that.
Since you like the anime openings, like with the cartoons now, like the American cartoons, which theme do you like the best out of like the American cartoons?
The thing is, like the American cartoons don't have one.
Like I can say a couple like on the top of my head, you know?
Like I compared like my favorite American one?
Yeah.
Probably Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy was
when
no one
I really like Rick and Morty's.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I really like Rick and Morty.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
Danny Phantom. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
How does that go again?
Yo, Danny Phantom was just 14.
There.
I used to know the whole rap.
I love the electronic bass in that.
Yeah.
What would you say would be your top 3 favorite openings?
Oh, top 3 favorite openings? For anime specifically?
Yeah,
okay, anime specifically. I'll probably come back to it later on, but I have one though. My favorite one. Oof, man, this is tough. It's a song. I forgot the name of the band. If you to the audience and to Darshan, do you watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? You watch?
I was gonna say that.
All right, yeah. My favorite one is opening number 4. It's called Period.
Oh.
It's the one before the last opening. I didn't really like the last opening, but I forgot how it goes. Anyways, it opens up with like Full Metal Alchemist is about 2 brothers who learn alchemy. Alchemy is like is the power inside this anime where it requires like an equivalent exchange. Anyways, and this story has 2 brothers in it, and in this opening of Full Metal Alchemist, they tell the story of it's on like the 4th season.
It's pretty dark though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched 1 episode, I think, or 2 episodes. Like, this is kind of fucked, dude. This is kind of fucked.
It's because in Full Metal Alchemist, Edward loses his leg and his arm, and he loses his brother, and just so much blood.
That's why, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot
That's why, bro.
And sorry, go back to the opening. It tells the story of the 2 brothers' stories so far. So it's like they're both in the current season where they're at. The 2 brothers are separated. They're on their separate path, and in the opening they tell the story of how like they came so far in their journey, but in the end, where we'll put the period to our story, that's when we'll meet again, because they're separated, and then they'll meet again in the season for the final battle. Something like that. That's how it is. But then second one, probably like one of the Inuyasha openings. If you guys watch.
You want to change the world?
Yeah. that's a classic one. Yeah. That's a classic one because like back in Bionics days, Inuyasha was like one of my favorite animes. Like basically a guy who's half demon has like a gigantic sword and he just like kills demons and all that. Like the opening is called Change the World, and it's so catchy because like it's the first thing that comes on Bionics, and it's like I want to change the world, and it's pretty cringy, but it's good.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Third one, I will have to get back to you on that. Like I always forget like a bunch of like openings in my head. That's why.
Yeah.
I can go all day. Like top 10.
If you ask this guy, he can ramble on for
hours,
bro.
I don't want to go. Okay. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, it came in my head right now. Sorry. Top 5, top for my third one. It has to be the Kuroko no Basket opening for season 2.
Oh, wow.
The first
I
one.
was gonna say that one.
Yeah, it shows like the animation, the budget for the animation of this opening was really high.
Really?
Yeah, it's super high. It was
What
really,
the heck?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
it's insane.
like in Kuroko no Basket, there's this thing called the zone, right? And it's where like lightning comes from the basketball player's eyes. It just means like they're like super focused, and like they show that in the opening for like a brief second.
Yeah.
Right, and like it looked insane.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny because that was one of my favorite openings.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best. They
Yeah,
put all
it
the
really
budget in there.
Actually, the second opening of that season was the reason why I got into that anime, because you know it already tells so much of the content,
characters.
Yeah, of the
Wow.
characters and everything. So I just had to dive in it.
That's
And
crazy.
I did a marathon right after that, like
Yeah.
like just trying to see how they got to that point.
Yeah.
'Cause it shows the powers that they have. The zone in the second season, or this it was the second season, and yeah, I was so curious, like, because it looks so sick. All
Yeah.
the budget went on to that, so that's how it came about with the anime there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
I wanted to watch that one. I
You
think I
should.
would have liked that one.
I mean, you're already in a ball, so
Yeah.
It
That's
would
why I
drive
think
you
I would.
nuts. Yeah,
That's
it really would. It really
It's
would.
slightly over exaggerated, but it's just really good.
Yeah.
Like the structure of the story is the reason why it's so interesting.
Yeah.
In Kuroko no Basket, there's these five characters who can do insane stuff. Like they have like their own power.
They're like the bosses or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Not
just-
bosses, but like.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And like and like in the story, they always tease each character. Like you don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
Oh.
Right. So like one of the guys, he's like they all have different color hair too.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Like there's this guy named Midorima. He has like green hair. This guy like shoots threes. He goes like super high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
run really high. Like the ball goes really high. Yeah.
Yeah. And but the thing is, you can shoot these threes from like anywhere on the court.
Oh shit.
So like you're just thinking like how the hell are you gonna beat this guy who can shoot like threes from like full court?
Yeah.
Right. But they do it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
That's nuts. It sounds exciting as fuck, man.
Darshan, what about you? Top 3 or just one?
I would say, to be honest, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They had, like, I liked all of their openings and endings.
That's true. Okay.
Like I don't know, like the anime is very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially when you find out the reasons why they lose their bodies
I know.
or
Yeah.
what like their equivalent exchange of it
Mhm.
was.
Mhm.
Like it's like damn.
Yeah.
and then you find like there's sadness, and it also opens up their sadness inside the characters' lives.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to say Inuyasha, like the first
opening.
the
right?
first
Wow.
opening. And I would have to probably say like Bleach, the first and second opening, just because I grew up watching.
Oh yeah.
Bleach was like the first anime that I watched that was like in Japanese.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that fact. But yeah, when I first watched anime, it was English dub,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right.
How about manga? Do you guys read manga?
I do.
In Japanese or?
Japanese.
When
No,
you can.
yeah.
Otherworld. That's the band who did
Oh.
opening 2 for Bleach.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, continue. You were saying something?
No, I'm done, man.
Wait, I got a quick
Yeah.
question for you guys.
Yeah.
Both of you specifically, because you
Yeah.
guys are into this kind of stuff. What was the first anime show that you guys ever watched? Like, do you recall? Was it from YTV? Was it from like a really old website from back in the day where you get to streamline these shows, or what?
Mine was. You go first.
I was gonna say Bleach and Naruto.
Yeah.
Like my uncle actually was the one who introduced me to anime, and
Whoa,
like
cool.
he's not like 40, but he's like 5 years older than me. Or
Yeah.
Play more than that, but he showed us anyways. But he showed it like it would be on the website and everything.
Nice,
It wasn't
nice.
on like YTV. I remember because I like in Naruto, like the first thing that I watched was him like learning how to make the Rasengan
Oh.
Yeah.
and everything. And then I remember when it came to like YTV, I was like, oh, you'll see the power, you'll see, yeah. And then
It's like
yeah.
he knew. You're like,
Yeah,
I know.
Just wait and see. Just wait and see. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, and then Bleach. Cause like he would only show us like he would get us hooked on like the big events. So in Bleach, there's one of like the biggest like first fights where it's like Ichigo versus Byakuya. Yeah. When he learns his like his release form is Bunkai and everything. But yeah, like just the animation, I was like,
it's amazing.
They're going so fast. Yeah, it's so intricate. But yeah, I would say those.
Sorry, Aaron, you watch anime too, right? Yeah. Well, what's your favorite anime?
My favorite?
Yeah.
My favorite. I'd probably be like just like a sports boxing anime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
That's the
there you go.
It's like it's really old. Like really old. It's like super boring animation. Yeah. But, like, the storytelling on it is like I love it. It's like
insane.
It's like a kid who gets bullied.
Yeah.
Like he meets somebody who shows him how to like defend himself. Mm-hmm. He's like a super humble guy and works really hard. Yeah. And like you just see his struggles and like his winnings and like it's a good anime.
Yeah.
That's
really good character development.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, my brother watched it too because he was into boxing at one point. But like he really had a bad past.
Yeah.
And it really tells you in the beginning of the first couple of episodes there. And I don't know, the whole storytelling, and they made a remake of that too, didn't they?
Not a remake, a continuation of the story.
Oh yeah.
With like updated graphics, and it looks so good.
Exactly. yeah. So the graphics are a lot more better. Even the story content is a lot more improved too. So yeah, that's a dope anime, man. Yeah.
Richard?
For anime?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of this one anime. I'll say it. Have you guys watched Grave of the Flies? It's it's an anime movie like from Japan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, it's fucked though. It's like, it's about this poor kid, like really poor, like in like World War II, and like it's everything. The whole world is against him. Like no matter what, like they're starving, they're hungry. The mom fucking dies, dude. Oh it's so sad. But like no matter, like he has to take care of his little bro.
Is it like post-apocalyptic world?
No, it's world. It's like legit war. Like it's a story like of like journey, but like there's never like anything that's like truly good that comes out of it. Like no matter what happens, like it just gets shittier and shittier and shittier. Yeah. But like what you learn from it is like that he was able to find happiness like with him and his brother, like tiny glimpse of happiness. Like before his mom died, they gave him like this this candy that he would like always like he would have to ration out because there's no candy like back in the war, right? And he had to take care of his little brother, and it was just so sad. Wow. And I think that really stuck to me. Like that made me say like the storytelling of an animated movie has never moved me like this much before.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, but
good recommendation.
Yeah, you should check it out if you're like willing to fucking go into depression. But it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, but it teaches you to like actually like appreciate little things in life, like through rough times. Yeah.
Definitely.
And then the next one is Attack on Titan, because I watched it with all you guys. Like in one fucking sitting, and it was sick. It was sick. I was so amazed. I never really watched an anime before that, so I was like, wow. Even like the soundtrack and stuff like that. It was like so epic. Yeah, it was epic. But the second one was kind of like bad in my opinion. I like the first one better.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
That's sorry. That's a catchy one. That's something that doesn't get old either. That opening. For me, sorry. Back to your question. Sorry. First anime.
Yeah.
My first anime was Full Metal Alchemist, actually. Yeah. The story about that. Full Metal Alchemist. Well, my dad. This is back when Willow Video was still alive, or like Blockbusters were still alive. My dad used to just rent like a bunch of random movies, right? And one of the things on the shelf was like was Full Metal Alchemist Volume Number 1, and then he picked that up. He brought that home, and he's like, "Oh, you want to watch this, right?" And then like I'm like, "Yeah, sure, right, cool." And then he put it in, and like I thought it was just so cool because like these guys have powers, and like how there's actually 2 animes for Full Metal Alchemist. There's the original one, and then there's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is not a remake, but it actually stuck to the true story of the manga author.
It's more of the original than the original.
Yeah, pretty much. like they both have similar starts, and then they split off on their own story kind of thing. But that was like one of the first animes I watched.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I watched it because like the two main characters are so cool. They're like they're like alchemy. Like they're just like clapping their hands and they do this, and like he pulls out like a gigantic spear, and I'm like, whoa, that's sick, dude. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And like I'm like just like in my room, I'm like, in Full Metal Alchemist. In Full Metal Alchemist, like there's this things called transmutation circles, right? They need to do that in order to do the thing, right? In order to do alchemy, and like I'd be at like home searching up transmutation circles, and I just draw them on papers, and I'd be like that. Super lame, but then like,
yo, that's childhood right there.
That's my childhood right there.
That's straight up childhood.
I want to bring up actually a special moment in anime. Actually, such a memory thing for me. I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping you guys seen it, but like the scene from Naruto. If you guys don't know what Naruto is, you guys are lame.
What?
I know Boruto.
Boruto. In Naruto, like the famous scene. Do you guys know Rock Lee?
Yeah.
Rock Lee from Naruto.
Yeah.
Bowl cut.
Yeah.
Guy. This is like back in like the Chunin exam season, and like the famous scene where. Sorry. Like Rock Lee, he's fighting Gaara.
Yeah.
Gaara, he's a character who controls sand.
Yeah,
And then like Rock Lee, he can't do any special jutsu. Jutsu is like special moves in Naruto world. He can't do any of that.
Like this stuff.
He just strikes, right? That's what he does. Right?
Yeah, he just fights. He uses his
he's a
fists.
martial artist.
He's a martial artist.
Yeah.
And yo, how is this guy supposed to win, right? And like they show his backstory because he sucks. He can't do shit, right?
Shit.
Like he's just hitting like a wooden like training block, and his hands are bleeding and all that stuff. He just sucks. He can't do jutsu. He can't do anything, right? But then they showed him now in the present, and like he's so good. He can be a ninja without using jutsu, which is dope.
Was that him being introduced to the?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like he's fighting this guy named Gaara. Gaara controls sand and all that, and like he's too slow because like Gaara's defense is Rock Lee, he can't hit Gaara because like the sand's like blocking every hit that he does.
Wow.
Right, but he has like a secret weapon like and then he backs away. He regroups himself with himself, and then like he has these leg weights on Rock Lee. Rock Lee has these leg weights on, and he goes up on the statue. He drops them, right? And everyone's like, "Oh, they're just leg weights. They're nothing, right?" But once the leg weights hit the ground, they fucking explode. It just crashes to the ground and.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy that it covers all the dust. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's insane.
And then after he takes off his leg weights, Rock Lee becomes like super fast. Like he just goes zoom, zoom, zoom.
And
then he's actually a ninja.
Like
he's a straight up ninja with no powers. He's
powers.
A raw ninja there.
That's crazy.
And Gaara just he just can't see him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where he's going. He's like Rock Lee. He's at normal speed at that point. He's just hitting him.
Yeah.
Right, but then Gaara's like, here, where's he? And then he keeps hitting him. And then like he knocks him down.
Wow.
But that's an epic scene for me.
The only thing that I didn't really like about that was that they never really brought that back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
with because there was also they never brought him taking off his ankle weights when he's fighting someone super strong, and also later in the series he gets drunk.
Yeah.
And he's super strong when he's drunk.
Yeah.
But they only show literally drunken master. Yeah. And then but they only show the one time.
I didn't like that.
They always introduce an idea and then they never show it again. Yeah.
That's the problem with the world building of a shonen anime.
Yeah.
It's just a
lot of plot holes.
A lot of ideas that are given and then forgotten. And it's never touched on ever again.
That's how fast they're dishing out these episodes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Oh yeah, you're right. They never brought that up again. They show Rock Lee in the future, but he ain't shit. Yeah, he just ain't shit.
That's a letdown.
Yeah, super letdown.
A big letdown, actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I wanted to bring up is have you guys ever had any sorry. Oh. Okay, so we're just going to some live audience questions. We actually have two. Oh no, someone actually retracted it. Oh, thanks Daniel for asking the question. You can ask it again if you want, if you're still in. But Nina Balon is asking if you had a superpower, if you had a superpower in an anime, what would it be? Like, it has to be like something ridiculously stupid. Like
Having
super exaggerated.
Probably like a one punch.
Oh.
One punch.
That's like Death Note, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
just
It
friggin'
really is.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. No, that's
What's
only
OP.
Let's go around in a circle. An anime superpower. That's basically like a normal superpower, right?
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
think about it. Okay. If I could have a superpower, my first answer is always teleportation, but I always think that's just so OP. OP means overpowered. People who don't know.
Teleportation, you said?
Teleportation is just like too easy, you know. The thing is, I like talking about superpowers, but I like talking about superpowers with limiters on them. Something that there's an after effect of it. Like, for example, if you teleport, then like let's say you have a headache after that or something like that. Like,
because you go through the particles and shit like that.
Sure, yeah.
Right? Yeah. How else are you gonna teleport, man? You gotta fucking go with the atoms and shit.
Probably super speed. Super speed. But the thing is, like, you're super fast, but you can get tired right away.
You're so tired.
You can travel great distances, but then you get sore for. The condition is you get sore for until the next day.
Yeah.
Until the next day.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I'll still do that.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, basing off from anime, man, I would probably be Super Saiyan, to be honest.
Super Saiyan?
Yeah, I'd probably go Super
Alright.
Saiyan because you can literally almost do anything with that.
Almost.
Almost.
The thing is, like, with Super Saiyan is just like a power up, though.
It is a power.
It's just like multiplying like what you can already do times like 100.
Exactly.
So it's just like
you're limited to things, but then it's not.
That's a good question. That's
Oh,
a good
wow.
question. Yeah, I like that one.
That was crazy, man.
let's answer the first question first around the table.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
quick.
How about that?
I'd be a
Superpower?
transformer, man.
Read aloud.
Yeah, but I gotta be a car.
Read
That's
out
the
loud,
downside.
read out loud.
What's that?
No, I'll read that one after. We're answering the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. I'd be a fucking transformer.
Transform?
Yeah.
What vehicle would you transform into?
Dude, I'd think a Tesla, yo.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
straight up.
future is now.
Yeah.
What if they can
yo.
already transform into?
Not an
Yeah,
airplane.
but would y'all fucks with me if I was a Tesla though? Like we going to
Yeah,
eat, like yo, like
Nah.
grab me some oil, yo.
Hop into Richard.
Up in the back, yo.
It's like, none of y'all fart on me and shit, yo.
Hop in the back, yo. He transforms back and like someone's in Richard's like fucking pants and like
Get the fuck out, yo.
My shirt gets stuck, yo.
Can you open the trunk, yo? I need out, yo.
Aaron?
Probably would do airbending.
Oh.
That's dope.
That's dope.
I
That's
asked
really
myself,
dope.
like, would I do water, fire, earth, or air? I don't know. Air is like, it's cool.
It's fun.
It's like kind of like super speed. You can like jump really high and like kind of like fly around.
A lot of things you can do with it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's my choice.
Oh, I already said Super Saiyan, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Being invisible.
Invisible.
Oh, but you gotta be naked, so you're cold all the time.
Oh, that's the restriction.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
restriction. You gotta be naked.
It's like, fucking hear something, bro?
But that's why I liked like One Piece or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they would have like stupid powers or whatever. Even the main guy, he's
Oh,
elastic,
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's rubber, right? Like what's so special about rubber? It's not like because usually it's like fire or super strong or something. Like did they go through what the pros and cons are being like rubber or being like fire and all that stuff?
Right.
But yeah.
The thing is with Luffy, well, what was his counterpart? He's rubber, like there was like my friend told me I don't watch One Piece, but then he told me like there's this counter to Luffy because like he can stretch, he's like rubber, but then like there's this one guy who he's like a thunder god or something.
Oh yeah.
Or,
So like there's a guy who can control lightning,
Yeah.
and he basically becomes like the thunder god.
Yeah.
And people were reading like if he were to go in like the world and everything, he would probably become king. But the only person who can defeat him is Rubber. It's Luffy because he's rubber.
Oh, he's rubber.
So like he would like he showed him like he would do like like a billion jolts of lightning, and he would
But
hit Luffy, and like
he'd
he'd
be
be
like,
like, oh,
"That's
I guess
nothing."
he dodged, but then he would like actually like, grab him and do it, and then it's like, oh, you
Does
can't
nothing.
you can't do it with rubber, right? Yeah,
And that's
it doesn't conduct.
yeah.
Science.
All right. We got a second guest question here from Zainal. Thanks for asking, man. If y'all could make it in any industry, whether it be movies, music, YouTube, or etc., what would you choose? What's something you guys would make? It in?
Goddamn.
Probably
What's it?
music.
Music.
Yeah.
I do movies, man. I think
Movies?
so. Movies, yeah.
Movies
What-
as what?
Yeah, what part of the production in movies would you fall into?
Like probably either like producing, or like executive producer, like just investing
Okay.
into the movies.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Investor.
like seeing all the pieces and parts like fall into place and like have this like epic, you know,
Yeah.
or an actor. Like
Okay.
yeah, like theoretically I probably wouldn't be a great actor, but like if I were to make it in any of those industries, I would want it to be movie, because like, you know, like let's say like you're part of an action scene, right? And like
Mhm.
when you're watching it, you're like, oh shit, that's crazy,
dope.
because after all the editing and stuff,
Yeah.
because when you're acting on the set, you have no idea like what it's gonna look like after.
That's
you
actually
know?
true.
Yeah,
That's actually true. Like, for example, Iron Man, when
exactly.
Robert Downey Jr. was playing as Iron Man, he didn't have the full suit.
Yeah.
He just had, like, green screen on him.
Yeah.
And he had, like, I don't know what, paint sometimes on his
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
And he just, like, wore a half suit
Yeah.
of the armor. And he's just acting it out. But
Yeah.
when you see the full movie,
Exactly.
it's all CGI. Like,
Imagine
you
that.
didn't-
Imagine just sitting in the theater and it's like, oh, that was me like a year ago. That's me like now. Like I'm like in
Exactly.
this suit. I'm flying and
Yeah,
shit like that. It's
yeah.
nuts.
It's
nuts.
crazy how CGI
I can't even
plays a
imagine.
factor. Yeah.
What about you?
Probably music.
Music.
Music, yeah.
Mhm.
Music. I like the back end music of the like production,
Yeah.
songwriting,
Yeah.
what goes into making the music,
Mm-hmm.
even like managing and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's
everyone just sees like the final product, the front, the face, right?
Mhm.
I like to work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like what
Wow.
goes into making the music.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like Aaron, I would fall into music as well.
Music.
I feel like it does play a big factor into my edits.
Mm-hmm.
But more on to the design end of it. So, for example, making album covers for artists would be something that I would try and get into, really. That's basically the whole reason why I like come up with these ideas. I picture it as an album cover art first,
Yeah.
and then I convert it into my type of wave, my aesthetic, whatever you call it. And then, I would just convert that into, a canvas, and then that's pretty much it.
How about merch? Would you do?
I would
Yo, merch
definitely-
would be sick too.
Yeah, I would definitely do
Yo,
merch as
merch,
well.
man. You gotta hop on merch.
I changed my mind, yo. I want to do music now. I want to do music now. I want to manage.
You're
I
already
wanna-
in your
yeah.
world, man.
Yeah.
No takes backseat,
man.
Richard taking
You're right.
notes
You're
and
right. You're right.
everything.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah, I would fall into the music industry
Music.
in terms of like designing album cover art and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Even like for artists as well. So that's me, man.
I
You
would
guys said
say
music too.
I would say yeah. I was gonna say
Right,
music too.
right.
But it also
I'll
kind
change
of
mine
like. Have you guys ever read the book Rich Dad Poor
Heard of
Dad?
that. Heard
Yeah.
Of that.
Yeah, so it's basically like a book about like finances and all that stuff.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
this guy, his dad was a doctor, but they were poor and
Had a doctorate,
Ye-
PhD, like
Yeah,
like education minister.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then he had like one of his friends was like a rich person,
Yeah.
and then so like they were saying like one of the keys to getting like a business or one of the keys of why a lot of small businesses fail like
Yeah.
with it is
Mm.
because you're always like the smartest person. You always want to see yourself as the smartest person
Yeah.
on top of your team and everything.
Yeah.
But it talks about actually, like your team, like you should not be the smartest person. Like you should learn from everyone around.
Exactly.
You.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
having experts, and I feel like music is so diverse that like you're never gonna be the best person. in
Right.
the room, right.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have like subject matter experts for each
Yeah, yeah.
department.
Yeah, exactly. And so you just learn from one another and
That's
everything.
cool. Yeah.
And honestly,
That's
just
pretty
like I just want to be like be famous and be like, yo, I'm gonna pay attention to your songs, like listen to them as they're playing.
Mm.
But you're just like on the couch, like no, I'll step in. But like,
That's what a lot of artists
Yeah.
do too. That's what
Mhm.
they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
a lot. They invite other artists to their studio and just
Yeah.
like, what do you think? What you think?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
That's all
oh, we
about.
could have done this, could have done that. Like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, implement that, engineer. You know, it's like it's all about team based.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like how majority of us said music, but there's different reasons to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of want to expand on that. I didn't really say why,
Yeah.
but the reason I chose music is because I used to play violin. I used
Really?
to play piano.
Yeah. Violin's hard.
I barely played guitar. I had guitar lessons for like 2 weeks, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to just get back into it and learn pretty much every instrument that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's dope. It's so easy now to just go on digital, download whatever plugin, and hit the button, and it'll play that type of instrument, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But learning to actually play it raw,
That's right.
on hand, like that's the true beauty of music
Mhm.
to me.
Mhm.
So getting back into that, learning all that stuff would be pretty cool.
It's funny you say that though. I think like you like the beauty of music. You're saying like it's like playing it now, right? Now that like you can just go on like a beat pad and like just play. Theoretically, you can play any instrument
Yeah,
like without
that's
actually using it, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's the beauty of music now too.
Yeah,
It's like
It's
that you
changing.
can actually do that.
It's
you know?
changing, yeah.
That means anybody can really like cheat in a way and
Yeah.
like play that instrument.
Yeah.
Even though they truly don't know how to even like pick it up and shit. Like
Yeah.
that, right?
yeah. It's just two different ways of playing it.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
They're own good. They're both good in their own ways.
Exactly.
Right. It's preference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What I love about like having a lot of musical friends that's around me, like well these two specifically, like I remember I used to just like chill with these guys like sleepovers like Ceston and Eric, and these guys just play on the drums. Like you guys are great percussionists.
Yeah.
Percussionists.
Yeah.
Sorry, and like these guys just jam out and it's fucking so dope, man. These
Yeah.
guys playing like we have "Locked Out of Heaven" by Bruno Mars, right? these guys going ham on the drums. Like have you guys seen these guys play
I
drums?
never seen.
Have you seen Ceston play
Yeah,
drums?
we used to play together in YFC.
Oh, okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah,
We met like a long time ago in YFC, and then we got put together. We got asked like, "Hey, Darshan, we need you for guitar. Ceston, we need you for drums." And we're
Oh,
like, "Yo,
wow.
dope. That's
Mm.
cool." We play like once a month
Yeah.
in like somewhat big events with like
Yeah.
I don't know, like 200 people.
Yeah, no, but I remember with Ceston, like there was one guy who asked us to like help him with his original song and everything, and he had an idea, and Ceston was like, "Oh, do you mean like this? Do you mean like this?" And then
Wow.
the guy was just able to say like kind of like what he wanted, like he kind of like made the beat, and it is. I can't remember, but exactly, but
Yeah.
Ceston like he nailed like
Oh,
exactly
wow.
what
So-
it was
so-
on the second try. Yeah.
So he had like an idea in his head, like he heard it inside his
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
And he
basically.
wanted Ceston to like convert it into the drums. basically.
Exactly,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. That's
Yeah, I
insane.
didn't even remember that.
With Noward.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Noward's
yeah,
original song?
Noward.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good guy to have
That's
on
dope.
this podcast too.
Yeah.
That's dope, Ceston.
Yeah.
Oh really? That's sick. So he's like, oh dude, can you do this? No, not like that. Like this? And
Yeah,
then he
yeah.
Ceston would be like, yeah. Like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I missed that. I missed that.
That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I didn't say mine, right? Top Chef.
No, that'd be legit though. That'd be really good.
Yeah. Top
Honestly.
Chef. That'd be cool. Like
Packing your knives and go.
for fun, like Top Chef, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, no, you just
That'd be
eat
dope.
something and you can tell, oh, there's 15 milligrams of sugar in here. Oh, I know what you put in there. So imagine that.
For me, if I can make it in any industry, it would probably be like in like movies, probably like possibly production. Most likely, my most interest is in acting.
Yeah.
Like one of my pipe dreams is like kind of just for fun. I've always wanted to like be like a master barista.
Barista?
Like barista.
Oh,
Is that masculine?
Yeah,
Or
like
is that
the-
even a word? Barista.
I think
Barista.
It's just
Barista?
I think it's just barista.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
like
well,
make
yeah.
coffees and shit.
yeah.
Like a killer coffee, like fucking
Oh.
kills
shit,
coffee. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I wanted to
The
own
one
like
that
a.
makes you rip your shirts off.
You drink this coffee then? But anyways, like a pipe dream is like I want to own like a cafe shop,
Yo, that'd be sick.
and then just
Yeah.
like I don't know, just have people like just like
Yeah.
come by and just like have a coffee, have people like studying in the corner, you know,
Yeah.
have like that lo-fi playlist on. I play my
Yo.
own music, you know.
You
would
do
just
that
want,
with
like, a-
Froyo too, yo.
Wow.
Menchie's.
Menchie's. Take it over.
So funny. We have this
Yeah.
like,
beans in there.
but yeah, like I own like a cafe shop, and I even like live music too. Like I can have people just like coming into the shop and
Yeah,
just like
sick.
sing like music and all that.
That's awesome,
That'd be
man.
pretty dope.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Have like a coffee night thing, like in events and shit,
Oh,
like
yeah.
like faded.
That's
I'm kidding, I'm
Tory
kidding.
Lanez, everyone's just sipping
music
coffee.
fest.
Wow.
Have our own booth.
Yeah, and yeah, that's like fun little pipe dream. It's because like I used to be like into like a lot of like going to like cafe shops. Me and my girlfriend back then we don't do it as much anymore just because like I feel like we've been to like every other cafe shop, but then like we just go there, we just vibe out, chill, and like have like a coffee and just like relax and just. So it's like it's a nice thing like finding out new drinks too. Sorry, I'm rambling.
That's fine. That's
No,
fine.
that's fine.
That's fine.
It's all good.
It's the point of a podcast.
Yeah.
I hate coffee.
No, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna
Oh,
say.
why?
There's a new cafe opening in Guilford Mall.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know Coco?
Yeah.
In front of that.
Oh, what is it called?
I don't know what
DC
what
Lot?
it's called.
Coffee
No,
monster.
it's
Tim
it's-
Hortons?
Yeah. It's
Tim Hortons.
Great
Finest-
cafe.
Finest ice caps all around.
Actually, not a fan of.
Unheard of.
Oh man.
Not a fan of Tim Hortons coffee actually though.
Seriously.
Same.
Seriously, huh?
Yeah.
You guys, you know McDonald's?
100%.
I like McDonald's. I like
McDonald's.
Starbucks.
Yeah,
I like Starbucks.
Yeah.
Starbucks is my go-to,
Starbucks
especially
is
for
tight.
work, man.
Yeah.
I drink coffee black
Me too.
too.
Coffee.
So.
Hurts my stomach sometimes though.
Really? What
Yeah.
kind of coffee do you get?
I just get straight up espresso shots. So just like two espressos on ice.
Nice.
Straight
Oh,
vodka.
yeah.
It'll last
Yeah.
the whole day.
Have you guys ever?
No, not even.
You're
No,
you're
no. I do like
You
I have
tolerate it.
I have an espresso machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go through like 3 of them
Damn. Man.
a day to get through the day.
Mm.
I was gonna say, like, you guys probably gonna hate me after this, but like the only type of coffee, like if I were to drink it hot, would be instant coffee.
I hate instant coffee.
Oh my god.
It's got a weird taste.
I'm actually not.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Powdered ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
are
I
you
can't
talking
drink that
about,
shit.
like, Folgers or
Yeah.
Max or Max?
Nescafe.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
Nescafe.
those are
Yeah,
dope,
yeah,
man. I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that too sometimes.
Milo. I'm just joking.
Ew.
No, it's got a weird aftertaste.
It does.
Yeah, it
Milo?
does.
But it's
No. The Nescafe.
yeah.
It's got like a weird aftertaste.
Is it?
I can barely drink it.
I love it.
I
I
don't
love
mind
it.
it.
A lot of people love it though.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
love it. My dad drinks it all the time too.
Dude, tell me about Nespresso.
Pills.
They come in like
Pods.
capsules or
Yeah.
pods.
What's so good about them?
Nothing, just
Nothing?
convenience.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they don't taste that good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they like any more expensive than any other competitor?
No, you only save. I did all the math. You save like 27 cents per shot.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's just convenience. Like I don't want to have to go to fucking
Yeah.
Starbucks line up or
Yeah.
like order on the app.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm not too big on coffee, so every time I pass by Nespresso, they're all like suited up.
Yeah.
It's all like all wooden,
Yeah.
modern kind of
Yeah.
setup. I'm like,
That's what they
yo,
sell.
This is expensive or what?
Dude,
Like, you guys like expensive.
They try
It's-
to
yeah.
they try to sell you on that.
It's a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah. That's what they sell you on. It's a little bit more on the pricier side.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? They got him for the ad. Fucking what's his name? George Clooney.
Oh.
You guys know George Clooney? He's like Nespresso.
Nespresso.
It's like Nespresso. Like you remember
Yeah.
that big ad at Guilford Mall? Like he's just sitting in the corner, like it's on the wall.
Oh,
George
yeah,
Clooney.
yeah, I remember that.
Huh? But
I
there's
remember
also, because like you said, like it's all elegant. Like if you go to the McDonald's on Fleetwood that just opened up, it's all elegant in there,
Yeah.
but it's still McDonald's.
Yeah.
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 That's
the end
true,
of the
that's true.
day.
Yeah.
Aesthetics now, right?
Yeah.
Ambiance.
They got that wood walls and everything.
Oh, they're done.
now.
They finished that
Yeah, yeah,
McDonald's.
they finished
Oh
it,
yeah, I
yeah.
gotta check that one out then.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to like
Sorry.
the higher class?
The McCafes.
No, higher class Starbucks.
Oh yeah, the
Like-
Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
Higher class.
Not higher class. Sorry.
No, it
last-
is-
Only
that-
elite people.
No,
I
it's
can't-
higher class.
I can't go
They
there.
have
Yeah.
different beans. They have
Yeah.
different
Not
beans
egos,
from
yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
Like the premium beans that you can like try
Wow.
out. They got like blonde coffees. They got like darker
Like
coffees.
tropical.
Yeah,
They feel like
they
hard
got,
pressed
yeah,
too.
no, they got stuff like that
Cool.
too. It's pretty cool. But I've been, but I never tried.
You had a wave of tea though, right?
Tea.
You stopped drinking coffee for a
Yeah,
long
you're
time.
right.
You were
Wow.
heavy
No,
on
I
tea.
never I've always been a tea guy. But then recently, as of I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like last year I've been a coffee craze guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I don't know what came
changed?
over me.
What changed?
I think it's because I was at work, and then for work, it's always at like, I had like a lot of morning shifts. So it was like 7 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
to be
Those are
there,
rough.
and like I just grew accustomed to like just drinking black coffee, and then like it tastes bad because it's black coffee. But then like I got so accustomed to it. I'm like, wow, it just tastes really good. And I started going like everywhere and buying and just like ordering coffee at like cafes and how different it tastes everywhere, what different type of bean they use and all that.
Yeah.
And I hate Tim Hortons coffee.
I don't like it either, man.
I used to get Tim Hortons every day when I used to work at Little Burgundy.
Yeah.
I start at 9 or 10 a.m. and then on the way to work after Burrard Station, there's a Timmy's.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are probably gonna hate me for this, but I get 4 and 4 every morning at 2.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Wait.
That would probably be me. That
Oh
probably
my
be me.
god.
Yeah.
4 and 4.
Yeah, that's not even coffee, man. That's like a drop of coffee at that point.
Yeah.
That's diabetes.
It's
Yuck.
milk and a little bit of
Cream,
coffee.
bro.
Yeah, it's
cream.
cream. It's not. Yeah,
sorry,
it's not
cream,
even milk.
cream.
with a side of coffee.
Yeah.
Dude, the coffee is like probably the slightest of brown, right? It's like
Yeah.
really white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like hot chocolate.
Probably kills.
Oh my god. That's
Probably really good.
One last question before we go into our closing segment. We're running a bit on time right now, but what is something? This is really general, but I saw this on Reddit the other day, and then it's called. The question is, what is something you highly recommend?
I think I saw that too.
You saw it? You saw it? Yeah.
I was
Such
like,
an open-ended question.
I know exactly. Like, what's something that personally, what would you recommend to someone?
Whoa.
Like
Recommend?
off the bat.
well, there's so many things. Like, oh wait, what do you recommend? Music? What do you recommend?
No,
movies?
what's the first thing that
That comes to
into your
mind.
head? Yeah.
Like, what's something you?
I was like recommending a TV show. That's what.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's actually such a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Around the table, starting with Ceston.
When it comes to me, I usually don't recommend off the spot. I usually like to hear what the person is just interested in before I recommend anything.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't know, maybe they might not like what I recommend.
Yeah, too.
So I want them to know, like, sorry, I want to know.
No, but
what
what's
they
one
like
thing
first.
that you think that anybody would love?
I don't
You
know,
know
a
what I
G-Town
mean?
podcast?
You know what?
Oh, hey.
Sell out.
I don't
No kidding.
know.
Wow.
Probably lately, man, we've been talking about like Jordan Peele. Man, probably Get Out. Just watch Get Out if you haven't seen it yet.
Okay, that's a good. Something you highly recommend. Okay, that's good.
Just
Yeah.
watch Get Out.
Out.
Watch Get Out.
I watched it. I would recommend that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Give
That's
something else.
about
Something else, not
That-
movies though.
something
What
else
would you
not a
recommend
movie?
that's not movie?
Oh, it'd be a food, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, like
yeah,
it'd be
you
like
know a lot, man.
yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like the
Go.
simplest thing would be like if a person's never tried sushi, I think like anybody should try sushi.
Okay,
like raw
from
fish.
personal, the best something you would get. What would you highly recommend to them?
Like sushi.
Personal.
Yeah.
What role?
Oh, like
From what restaurant?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
dude.
man. What's your
Shit.
Go,
favorite
come on.
role?
Shit, dude.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, you got me. Like if it's Surrey, I'd probably recommend
No,
like,
not Surrey. Just
Oh,
anywhere,
like
man.
anywhere,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Richmond.
And you have to have been there.
Yeah. Anywhere, if like they're here, I would flip it. I wouldn't recommend them sushi because there's so many good sushi restaurants that you can just yelp. I tell them like if it's a food, I tell them try the keg.
Okay.
I think they just make like one of the best steaks. Like just it's cheap. It's not like it's not that expensive and it's just really good. That's about it.
And they do a
The
good
keg.
job.
Like if anyone's like, oh, what should I eat for dinner? Just go to the keg. If you want a steak, go to the keg. That's me.
Something that I highly recommend is try a bowl of ramen.
Yeah. I
It's-
was never a
it's
ramen fan.
Complete. It's such a new experience to me too.
Yeah.
Like I started like eating ramen like literally like 2 years ago.
What place would you
Uh,
recommend?
Oh, I see, like 3 years
Yeah.
ago, man.
3 years ago. Sorry,
Downtown,
yeah,
like
long time
Maritama.
ago.
What place would you recommend?
Maritama.
Because
The-
ramen could be fucking top ramen, like in the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
no, but then like
Instant ramen.
It's like I tried it before. I don't know what you're talking
like
about.
ramen prepared by chefs like I'm not talking about you go to a sushi restaurant and you see ramen on the menu. Don't go to that restaurant. Like go to an actual ramen restaurant.
Yeah.
I would recommend going to Jinya. That's actually my craze lately.
That's like the classic one.
Wow.
That's like the
Yeah.
more like commercialized one.
And I would recommend getting the tonkatsu spicy or tonkatsu black. And if you're there at Jinya Ramen, I'd recommend getting the Jinya bun. That is delicious. If you guys know what shopao is, it's like basically like a
Steam bun.
A steam
Yeah, it's
bun?
like a steam bun,
A steam
sweet
bun?
bun.
Yeah.
Steam
Yeah.
slightly
Pork,
semi
pork
sweet.
bun. It's
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
a pork sweet or pork steam bun.
Yeah.
So the Jinya
Sponsor
bun,
us, yo, sponsor
it's just like there's this pork, this fatty pork slice, and then it's wrapped around in like
Yeah,
shopao.
it's really
Yeah,
good.
it's killed.
It's really
dude.
good. Really good.
Sorry, no, I'm just laughing because you guys all said like the same thing.
know,
You're
yes.
like, no,
Pork sweet
but no,
bun.
it's pork
It's like
sweet
been
bun. No,
repetitive.
it's a pork bun with that's sweet.
I just
Anyway.
realized that.
It really is.
But we're like agreeing
Really
too.
is.
Like,
All right.
both isn't, we're not wrong, but I'm just saying like the
Switching the
elements of
words
it's
around.
different. Yeah. It's like no, but it's that.
But yeah, I recommend ramen. Try ramen. Go
Try
if you're in
Kaido.
Vancouver, go to Santoka or Maritama. Gojiro ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in Surrey, make the trip down to Langley.
Jiro.
Oh yeah. What is it
Akaido.
called?
Akaido.
It's called a Kato Shoten, I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
Akedo ramen down in Langley.
Yeah.
That's kills.
It's really good.
And the menu's simple too.
Aaron, something you highly recommend.
Something I highly recommend.
A song,
Anything. Country, man. Country, yo.
Said in the last Cast Crew episode, but if you have a favorite song that you really like to sing or you listen to a lot, I recommend you listen to it chopped and screwed. Like it's like sometimes when I listen to my favorite song, it's like it ends so quick, you know. But what chopped and screwed is like the beat is slow, the vocals are slowed down, and it's just like a kind of different experience. If you guys are ever on YouTube, you ever like see like a title name of a song, it's like slowed and reverb. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Slow
Loved it.
reverb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of like that, but it's like a different experience.
Definitely.
But some of my favorite songs
Sorry.
I listen to, I like it better slowed because it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
And like it's like easier to sing. It's like the beat is slowed. And it just feels.
Have you listened to any of like the DJ Screw some of his stuff or no?
Not his actual stuff. But
Yeah.
Like, things that I like were inspired by. You know.
Oh, I see.
Because like he's not around anymore to
Yeah.
do like the newest songs.
Definitely.
So, but I can tell like there's like so many chopped and screwed DJs.
Yeah, but he kind of like revolutionized that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's it for me.
Eric,
What would I highly recommend?
highly recommend.
Jeez, I couldn't think of anything like industry-wise. I'm just gonna be cliche and just recommend to keep positivity and love, man. I think that's something that we don't really emphasize enough around this world, based on a thing that's been going around the world. But really, just be positive, man. Honestly, just be open to doors. I mean, if you're thinking of exploring into something like going out on a trip or starting a new project for yourself, just aim for it. I recommend that because it really opens your mind in some sort of way, to the point where it's really like inspiring for others, and people can look at you differently because of that too. And it can, it's an endless set of doors when it comes to that too. Keeping love and positivity, it really brings everybody around together. So that's what I recommend.
Darshan.
I'm gonna say that was a nice message. I'm gonna say there's this Malaysian dish called pandan chicken.
Yeah.
It's like basically this like beautifully roasted chicken inside banana leaf. It's like fire roasted, I believe.
Yeah.
But it has like a whole bunch of spices and everything. But
I'm gonna try that.
it's bomb. But I've heard there's not really good Malaysian restaurants in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So I'd say go to Malaysia. Yeah.
Can you make it yourself?
I've never tried.
It's probably like complicated. Sounds
Yeah, but it's so good.
Actually, I'll take that as the final second question. Actually.
For sure.
Yeah. Before we end off the podcast today, we actually have a message from the owner of Beta Collective, Jason. We're actually gonna have him here for just a quick second. So I'm actually gonna go out and go get him real quick. In the meantime, I guess ask you certain questions in the meantime. So
I give him the seat.
Have you? There's a T-Pain song called "Chopped and Screwed." Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Oh
right
wow!
when you said
I really like how you mentioned that because
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it a couple
Yeah,
days
yeah.
ago. Wow, it's crazy because I'm on the Windows XP aesthetic,
Oh yeah.
and then that's also the same time T-Pain came out with the Three Rings album with
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. You guys probably know, of course, Chopped and Screwed. There's also the song with Chris Brown,
Are you drank?
Bayou.
Bartender?
Yeah, I think it was in there. Yeah, but it's pretty dope. Three Rings, I recommend that. What's good, Jason? I know. Atmosphere.
Let me know next time I can turn on the AC.
Take the seat. Take
The seat.
There you go.
Captain's chair.
Alrighty. To the audience out here, this is Mr. Jason. Yeah, he's the owner of our office space here from Beta Collective. He has actually a quick message that he wants to give out to our audience. So go right ahead.
Sure. So I guess for any aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring startups, guys, people that want to get their hustle on, I want to tell these guys that after 5 years of being in this space, I got an opportunity to actually expand my space, expand my footprint a little bit for my office. So I don't know what Brendan mentioned, but yeah, we are Surrey's first and only co-working space. So we provide office rental, desk space, meeting space such as this for a lot of people that are kind of aspiring to be business owners. So again, after 5 years, we're at capacity, and we really just want to, bring the co-working movement to Surrey more. And so I decided to, take a leap of faith and double our capacity. So right now we currently have about 4,000 square feet of workspace. As of April 1st, I'll be at 8,000 square feet. So
Nice.
completely doubling the size. And from that side, it's just really across the parking lot, but we're going to have more meeting space, more office space, offices that are going to fit, one-person entrepreneurs or even teams of like 10, 12. We have all shapes and sizes just to fit your budgets. But at the same time, we also want to kind of just bring that community movement into the city. You see a lot of this out in Vancouver, a lot of the big cities. None of that, even in the last 5 years, has happened here. So to kind of see that kind of grow almost validates kind of what I've been doing here. And then, so ultimately, when you guys are bringing, your hustle here, it's awesome. I love seeing that, and I want to see more of this happening too. So
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure, all love.
Congratulations, 5th anniversary of Beta Collective.
Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sorry, where can people find us?
I didn't even plug the date. So, anyways, the grand opening for this party, it's gonna be Friday, April the 12th. So definitely come through. I don't know if you guys want to put it on your Instagram, whatever, but the website for the invite, it's betaturns5.eventbrite.com. So pretty easy to remember.
We'll plug the link in the description too.
Yeah. So in typical beta fashion, we're gonna have tunes, we're gonna have music, gonna have hopefully everyone's of age, but we'll have some alcoholic beverages for those that are
Do we have to buy tickets?
it'll be free tickets, but you have to register because it's a private event. We can't just make it public and have the doors wide open all the time. It's just basically you put in your RSVP, you get an e-ticket, but it's free to come through. None of that would be possible without sponsorship from Van City. So again, if you guys are ever getting your business on, starting a business account, Van City, much love to those guys. They totally hooked me up in terms of sponsorship. They've supported me since day one. Actually, this boardroom that you guys see right now, from this table to the 10 chairs that we've had here, and that TV, hooked up by Van City.
Wow.
Shout out
Didn't come out of my pocket, thank God. But, but again, they believed in my mission. It gives them an opportunity, obviously, from a sponsorship standpoint, to give themselves exposure to again just up and coming business owners. They love working with startups. They love crazy ideas. They love ideas that they think has a lot of potential that they haven't seen. So again, if you guys within your networks and then within your social circles, everybody that wants to kind of have that business dream, take that to the next level, gotta hit Van City up. So
For sure.
all right,
Thanks, Jason.
cool, man.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Can
See you later.
I go now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Forever.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll have you on the hot seat one day. Just
I know.
Anytime, man. All right, guys.
Take it easy.
kick the outro.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone to listening to episode 10 of the G-Town podcast. It's amazing. We're actually 10 episodes in. So that means, well, good job everyone. Thanks. Yeah, this is so dope. We're technically calling this like, I guess, season 1. No, I'm kidding. It's like an endless season kind
Come
of
out with
thing.
another old.
When honestly, like I was thinking about it, when the office changes and stuff like that, when we finally, I don't know, like change our aesthetic, change our brand, You can call it season 2.
Yeah, we'll call it season.
Like even change the artwork too. You know, like we're running on Vaporwave right now.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
retro
sure.
wave.
For sure.
Season 2,
A lot of
like
stuff on the way.
something else, man.
Yeah.
We'll change it
Tron.
up. Change it up.
Something way crazier than that.
Yeah.
New anime opening and everything. we got people on budget.
We're gonna do
Fighting
the
each other.
we're gonna do the running thing like through the.
Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah.
I have a coffee dispenser too.
Yeah, man.
Anyways.
New stuff.
Well, Darshan, thank you so much for hopping on the podcast, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
So much. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got to give daps every time
Daps.
to all of our special guests.
That's tradition.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate every eye and ear. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram too.
Follow us on Instagram. We got Eric uploading all the Vaporwave aesthetic pictures there, but we maybe soon might be changing up the art style. But yeah, we'll also listen to us on Spotify, where we have the last 9 episodes are already up. We'll be probably uploading this episode by tonight or tomorrow. We'll work on that. But yeah, thank you so much for that. Yeah, I said that.
If you're watching, subscribe, man. Subscribe, alright? Please.
Alrighty.
Make another account and subscribe. Spam it, man. Spam it.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, guys. That is all for today. Peace.